Hello and welcome back to another Arco turn report video. This is turn 37 and we finished some enchantment, so getting towards enchantment 7 for mostly Earthblood Deepwell, potentially Stellar Focus at some point, but mostly just Earthblood Deepwell. I think Eternal Pyre is also here, but we don't have the gems for that, although we could cast it given the gems. Sure. We made our first golem. We found a site, which is 2 gems. I think it's Astral Nature. And then we had some really cool battles. So first off, Irma had a battle. Last turn we Yomi stepped on his capital with a Dione. So maybe we get to see him break out. So he definitely broke out with a bunch of guys, and he's against a Dione. So I guess the idea here is, there's a lot of Astral Mages, so he's probably doing Soulslay, and then he's just gonna tank with the cavalry. We see a Bless, which is magic weapons, some resists, attack skill, strength, invulnerable. There's some pretty good Bless. Fairly standard, apart from the invulnerable. And he does some very minor buffs, like I think he did Temper Flesh and some stuff like that. His kit is the one that we saw previously, and interestingly, he has a regen from the ring. Other than that, it's fairly normal displacement. Kind of small stuff with small buffs. And he's just slowly going through tiles, Horseman, while we have Soul Slays being cast. Yeah. So just a question of, does he fail a magic resist check? He does have magic resistance +3 in his Bless. He has regen as well, so don't think this stacks. Yeah. Oh, it does. Okay, 20. That's cool. And then he has Awe. So Awe 1 along with 13 Fear. I guess that's his idea, is that Fear and Awe is really cool together, which is true. But I don't think it's... yeah, sure. It's cool. Soulslay hits him. 999, but he somehow survived. I haven't figured this out. I guess he has Ethereal also. Or maybe that's what the Soulslay did. Maybe there's some case where Soulslay makes you ethereal instead of killing you. I'm not too sure about how that works. I should maybe look it up, but then he dies to another one. So Irma killed a Dione. Cool. Just enough Soulslays, and at some point you'll kill him. Sure. Next battle is a cool one. We have Russ over here, who's attacking with a lot of skin shifters and some other chaff. Quite a few mages as a cool guy here. Or I guess he's just a priest. And then he has a lot of air mages, like air 2, 3, 4, with some air gems. That's a fire one. Yeah. Other than that, we have Howl cast by, I believe that is Russ, although I'm not sure. Then we have Natural Storm, which is also done by Russ. He's casting... We had some Curse of Stones happen. Yeah. A lot of spells being thrown out. Summons, elementals, magma bolts, lightning, more Curse of Stones. That's a big one. So there's a lot of units here, and there's a lot of spells being cast. Yeah. The spamming stuff. I guess we need colors on this one. So it does look like Inchi is doing well, but he does also have quite a few mages. But maybe he's the one who did Howl. Yeah, he is. Okay, so he did Howl. Cool. But they're not doing too much, like just kind of dying to the sides. And elementals are just wreaking havoc. We have Sulfur Haze. Does look pretty good for TNG. We have bears retreating. But now the skin shifters are hitting the archers and mages. Guy here dying. And it seems like a lot of people are retreating. The archers are still there. Cavalry is still there. The Russ mages are also retreating. Some of them at least, yeah. So what's left is skin shifters that are gone berserk. Maybe bears also go berserk. Okay, I guess it's skin shifters that's changed form. We have a bunch of curse of stones, making them high fatigue. These guys haven't retreated. Oh, 50 morale. Okay. He has terracotta soldiers. I think it's a summon with like stone guys. Natural protection. So he has units that doesn't retreat, and that's kind of winning him this fight. Yes. Yeah. So it's kind of a slaughter, but it ends up with Russ winning, but not like a major way. The report says that he won big, but I think a lot of these guys retreated. And if you could see the retreat page, you probably know that a lot of them died also, apart from these two. So that's a big battle. A lot of TNG units died. He lost a lot of mages. Well, I guess mostly. Oh, I'm looking place. Lost some 5 elements. Oh wow. He lost a lot of other guys. And missed is a small one. Master of the Dead, small. So I mean, obviously he has more mages than this, but I'm not too sure about how many more men he has. Probably has a lot. That seemed pretty cheap. Yeah, 10 gold. So this is a pretty big army that he lost, but I assume he has more. He's big, so that's fine. Other than that, we have Russ hitting some PD with a pretty big force, arguably even bigger. So that's a problem for TNG. Then we have TNN. No, is this Maverni? Sorry, raiding Lanka, which is nothing crazy. Yeah, he's using a few mages also. Not that many. Yeah. Unexpected event. We lost some population somewhere. Oh, this is a big important province. Oh. We finished some constructions of fortresses in the 2 thrones. So these are up now, and then we are starving. So I'm moving. That's over here. So I'm moving out the Wind Riders. All right. So this turn, nothing major is happening. We did build our first golem, and our equipment isn't great for him. We have a potential frostbind setup, but I'm not sure I want to put Ring of Returning for those setups because he'll just get hit by some random PD and sent back. So maybe that's a non-ring setup. The rings will still be useful, but if nothing else, we can put a ring on our Colossus, teleport him in, and do earthquakes or other big AoE spells. I'm also making items for a setup for Golem with penetration gear, and I would like to have a long life protection contract, whatever thing it's called. but no one wants to trade me for them. So I'm gonna make a ghetto version with penetration gear, ring of returning, and then I'm gonna send in one of these. I have one up over here, I think. An Oriot with Air 3 and Nature 3, and I'm gonna do either Swarm or Howl, probably Howl. And these are stealth or sneaky, whatever. They have stealth, fairly good stealth, 60. So I'll send in a golem with a ring, and then one of these stealth guys. So if we want to get out, we can basically sneak the one guy out and then let the other return on a ring. Yeah, it's not great. I'll probably make some bottles also to make that happen. But I mean, gotta do what you gotta do. Yes, I'm moving some forces up towards. So this is scouts, but I'm also moving some footmen up towards Yomi because he's kind of looking small again, and I don't think he's doing that well. I haven't seen his army. I'm considering any Yomi player should have like a bunch of demons, like a stack of demons somewhere. At least one. Should get like free spawn or something, I think. So I'm gonna check Yomi, and I guess I'll check some other forts. I'm sending up a bunch of scouts over here. Yes. So, plan right now is get enchantment, get Earth Blood Deep Well, make some gear. This guy needs some Earth's gear, and get some golems up and running. Once I have all of that, I will probably attack Yomi. I have a naps with pretty much all other neighbors except for TNG, so not concerned about any backstabbing. And I could send this guy also. Now that we finished making this fort, I'm not concerned about getting attacked here. Send these guys up. Yeah, so things are okay. Not having lifelong protections sucks. But I guess Lanka doesn't want to trade them. Yeah, so how are our neighbors doing? Lanka's struggling still. TNG or TNN even is getting raided still. Vanheim's all the way over here. Okay. We have a big fight here, potentially, brewing. So that's fun. Once again, maybe this time he has a counter for the Insane Bless, you would assume. Otherwise, he's just sending units in to die. Interestingly, this is just chaff. So maybe he's taking both of these provinces now to defend this place. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, not much happening. Pretender, our Colossus friend, is making a lab over here. This throne, being a crystal throne, allows us to make crystal mages, which doesn't really give us any new paths, but the mages that we get will mostly have, they will only have 2 in one of these 2 paths, so this is sort of new, but not really. It doesn't really give us anything. If I originally thought that this was the Iron Throne when I was thinking about this at work. The Astral and an Iron Throne would give us kind of the same mage, but where it can random Astral 3, and that would have been really useful, because then we could have done Stellar Focus or, yeah, basically just that. Giving us more Astral Pearls, but oh well. Fine. Pretender, Colossus friend might take this province once we have a lab here. And yeah, that's it. Cool. My food is done, so I am gonna end the turn here and see you in the next one.